This is kind of interesting as well. So we're going to take a look at percentage of usage of man coverage and where they rank in terms of the NFL. Schwartz's defenses were 8th in 2017, 17th 2018, 7th 2019, 5th in 2020. Joe Woods was 27th, 28th, and 29th. Or I'm sorry, 27th, 28th, and 23rd. And again, I think that kind of plays to some of the strengths because of the cornerbacks that you've invested, first-round pick, Denzel Ward, first-round pick, Greg Newsome, third-round pick, but your first pick, Martin Emerson.
Yeah.
You've got those are guys that want that. They want to they want to play man coverage and get after it.
I agree with you. I'd like to know, based on those numbers you gave there, how experienced the cornerbacks were that Schwartz had at the time. So, now, like you mentioned, you've got Denzel Ward with another season under his belt, Greg Newsome, who's a real nice young player who's had to kind of, take a few lumps along the way and learn as he goes. And I think we all saw in Emerson is a player that the Browns can be, a core player for this defense going forward. So, yeah, again, I think a lot of it came down to this year, Joe Woods having to adapt to, situations that were, sometimes out of his control. And I think that lent a little bit maybe to this team not being as aggressive, maybe not playing that press man-to-man coverage that I think people want to see. I know, even from my friends and family members who are Browns fans, I'd get screamed at on Monday and Tuesday about why is Joe Woods playing his cornerbacks, 7 to 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. They need to get up on these guys. So, Schwartz's reputation is to be a little bit more physical. Again, I think that year of experience for all those cornerbacks that you mentioned will do a world of good for this defense going forward.
I would agree. The other thing is he has a reputation of being somebody that communicates pretty well. So he's very tough-minded, but he's willing to talk about it and explain why he's not going to do things your way, if you will.
Yeah, I think he's that old school guy, Dave, that I think this young group needs. Now, I've also heard that he's a guy that in the film room uses a pointer and tends to point out guys' mistakes. But I think there was several guys in this team that needed a swift kick in the butt this year, and maybe Joe Woods wasn't giving that for whatever reason. And I also think that with Kevin Stefanski, who's a very even-keeled, not exactly, Mr. Energy, at least on the sideline and what we see, maybe it's good to have, a little bit of that balance of more of a fiery guy in Schwartz just to kind of complement what you already have on that staff.